Today's podcast is sponsored by McAllister's Deli in Carbondale. From salads and sandwiches to spuds and much more. That's McAllister's Deli in Carbondale. Hey everybody, welcome back to Saluki Standards. Connor Onion here. Sure, like many of you, really looking forward to having a real live, or at least something that is kind of like a real live sporting event this weekend with the NFL Draft taking place. Jeremy Chinn could be a first-rounder, and a couple other Salukis are on that NFL radar as well, including this week's guest, DJ Davis, the return man, running back, do-it-all type player for the Salukis the last 4 years. And quickly here, the resume for DJ. He was an All-Valley pick all 4 years. He played in a Saluki uniform, a two-time All-American by Hero Sports, and he finished his career second in all-purpose yards in Saluki history and fifth in rushing yards in Saluki history, and now he's hoping to add to the next chapter and go to the NFL. And that's where our conversation starts.
How are you feeling leading up to the NFL Draft coming up this week?
Thank you for having me. Like I said, I'm very anxious about it. Not nervous or anything like that because I give it all to God. You know, I control what I can control, and anything else that I can't control, I just give it all to God. So I'm more anxious than anything because I feel an opportunity coming, no matter what kind of opportunity it is, if it's a rookie mini camp, or getting drafted or undrafted free agent, anything like that. I feel an opportunity coming. So I'm more anxious than anything, just getting myself prepared physically, mentally, and spiritually.
I'm sure you have a lot of time to think right now, and you can't work out 24/7. Your body couldn't eat that. But what else have you done to keep yourself occupied and not drive yourself crazy thinking about football 24/7?
Man, I have an 8-month-old. She just turned 8 months on the 14th. My niece, she's in the house with us now, and honestly, she's been taking half my time away. So if I'm not running around, chasing around her, I'm with my little brothers, literally spending my time with family each and every day. And it's very, very good to take my mind off that sometimes and stuff like that. So, and it's just heartwarming that I can be home with family now and spend valuable time with them together.
An 8-month-old, one day you're gonna look back on this and explain what she was living through the first year of her life, aren't you?
Man, absolutely. absolutely.
What feedback have you gotten from NFL teams on where you might fit in some of their systems?
I got more feedback than anything from the Rams. They like my film and stuff like that, and they've been the team that called me the most. Checking up on me, making sure they have the right information for draft day and stuff like that. So mostly the Rams, they just got rid of their returner. And, of course, Gurley made the trade and stuff like that. So I feel like I fit in their offense pretty well and can be in the turn game and special teams and stuff like that. So, however a team, looking to use me, I'm ready for it. So I feel like the Rams are probably the best fit for the teams that called me.
That sounds a little familiar. I remember when you committed to SIU, there was a news story that was headlined, cornerback.
Oh, yeah.
Davis committed to SIU. Not running back, but cornerback.
Not running back, cornerback. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. We might see a similar headline maybe in the NFL when you get picked up as, maybe it'll be strong safety, DJ Davis.
Hey, whatever it takes. Oh, yeah.
But I guess my question is, do you have a desire to be a running back? Are you stubborn in that you want to be a running back? I know you mentioned maybe getting used in special teams, but say somebody comes at you and says, "We want you to be a slot receiver." Is that something you would be open to?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm all for it, and what's best for the team. And then also, any way I can get the ball in my hands is fine to help the team. Whether it's from the slot or special teams, from the running back, catching balls out the backfield and stuff like that. So yeah, I wouldn't have no problem at all with it. I'll just adjust and adapt and learn the game from the slot position and go from there.
Have you done some of that in your workouts? Have you gotten out wide and run some routes?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've been working with a former NFL receiver as well, and he's been teaching me some things. So I've just been learning the game from him. and taking what I can from him and soaking it in. So just being ready for that opportunity if I need to switch positions as well.
Who do they got you working with?
Stacey Coley. He used to play for the Minnesota Vikings. He also went to Miami Hurricanes.
Okay. You got some good people in your corner then.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you've got Eddie Jackson, your cousin in the family, Pro Bowl safety with the Bears.
Yes,
you
sir.
got some NFL people around you, don't you?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
How has Eddie helped you during this process? Have you picked your cousin's mind a little bit?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Not even just during the process, like just the whole time, because I needed some assistance as well, like leading up to college and stuff like that. Many of my family members haven't had the chance to make it to that level, college level, especially playing sports with it and juggling education and everything and being away from home. So, yeah, I contacted him as well and got some information from him, some advice and stuff like that. So we kind of been keeping in touch throughout the whole process. And like you just told me, just keep your head down and keep grinding. And all you need is an opportunity. Just like him, he was drafted late because of injury that he went through in his college career. And he got the opportunity. Now what he's doing with it, he's doing great.
Well, yeah, a couple of Pro Bowls in back-to-back years. I'd say he's doing all right.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You mentioned how he was drafted late, and you expressed some anxiety maybe leading up to Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this weekend. What has he shared with you about some of that pre-draft anxiety that I'm sure a lot of guys feel?
He was just saying, like, just keep your focus and keep your faith and believing in God. You're gonna get the right opportunity that you're supposed to get. Is going to come to you. You're going to get put in the position that you're supposed to. So he just said, keep your faith in the highmost God and just be ready for whatever opportunity that comes. He was anxious as well, and he thought he was going to go earlier, and he kind of got down a little. And then once he got the opportunity, he said, "Hey, man, I got the opportunity for the dream of my life. I got to go get it."
One of the cool opportunities you got leading up to the draft was going to the Hula Bowl. Going to Hawaii. I know a lot of people are jealous of the geography of that opportunity. What was the highlight from that trip to Hawaii?
Man, you can never turn a trip down to Hawaii, I'll tell you that. It was amazing. Just the atmosphere, getting to meet new people, and the people out there, their culture is just amazing. They're very welcoming. And like I said, getting to meet other athletes that's on the same mission and goal as me. From all over. Some were out there from Hawaii, some were from UCF, and it's all over the world. So it's like it was it was a good experience to meet new people and to see other people on the same drive as me.
Did you bring anything home with you? Did you bring like one of those cool shirts back with you, or one of those
they hooked us up with a couple of shirts, a couple of shorts and stuff like that, some jackets. My favorite thing I brought home is I have a picture with Eric Dickerson I got to meet up there in Hawaii, so that was kind of cool.
Really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The Eric Dickerson.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Because he played in the Hula Bowl as well, so they had some former Hula Bowl players come back to visit and stuff like that, and he was there, and I got a chance to meet him, which that was very good. I mean, one of the best running backs to play the game, so.
The Rams vibes are coming in strong now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
DJ, before we get into part two of this, I did want to ask you, it's been 5 months since your college career came to a close. I know in disappointing fashion being snubbed from the playoffs. Has any of that pain worn off from that day of the selection show?
Not at all. I still remember it like it's yesterday, and I kind of use it as motivation as well because, like I said, I'm a team player. So whatever team I get a chance to get my opportunity at. I want to win. So it's like it's still motivation to me. It's still like it's a drive and stuff like that. Just thinking about it. It's in the back of my mind each and every day. So yeah, I just use it as motivation, in a drive to get to where I want to be.
The records will speak for themselves in the NFL, so that's a good thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You were a captain of the team your senior year, but I want to go to earlier in your life than that. Who was somebody that you thought was a role model to you early on in your life?
Man, my dad and my older brother. You know, there were people I looked up to. Touching bases on my dad. You know, he's been a great father figure to me. He's just been in my life throughout the whole thing. You know, been my motivator, been my trainer here and there, been my drive, my everything. He's always been there. Whatever I needed, he's always been there. And my brother, you know, it's someone, you have an older brother and he's playing football and you want to play football, and that's someone you always look up to. So I just use him as motivation as well. You know, everything he did, I did right behind him. So he was definitely someone I looked up to. I always wanted to be like him and stuff like that. So it's everything he needed to do, whatever work he put in and stuff like that. That's what I was doing right behind him at the young age as well.
What's the best piece of advice your father's given you?
Man, never give up. You know, he went through some adversity through his life, and he could have easily given up, you know, but he always taught me never give up. And I just kept that, and I just took it and ran with it, honestly. And everything I do, whether it's school, whether it's football, whether it's life itself, we're going through a pandemic right now. Just never give up, because there's always brighter days ahead to come. And
what about your older brother? You mentioned that he's a big part of the reason that you got into football.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Since I was 5 years old, I've been playing football because of him. You know, I just, like I said, just running around the house, you know, and then watching him make plays on Saturdays for Little League and stuff like that. It's like, man, I want to do that as well. So it's like everything he did, I was doing the same thing, as well as going to school, like just trying to like do best to get good grades and stuff like that, because you know you can't have bad grades playing football and stuff like that. Everything go hand in hand. So you need that to be playing on the field as well. So everything he was doing, I was doing right behind him.
What's an example of a time where Big Brother kept you in line?
Probably when I don't know if it was elementary or middle school. You know, I was starting to play football probably at the age of 5, and around 10 years old, like a spark kicked in. Like, hey, this really might be the sport I can play. You know, I started doing good and became honestly one of the best at my age around here at football and stuff like that. So it was just, I kind of got beside myself. Like after the year, my 90-pound year, that summer, you know, we always work out and do this and do that, and I was pushing my workouts to the side and stuff like that. So when he began to notice it, because hey, we living together, and like I said, I used to do everything behind him, and he began to notice it. So that's when he checked me about it, like, hey man, you just because you're making plays and stuff like that, don't mean the workload become less because you're making plays. It actually become more, because you're gonna be expected to make them plays each and every game. So he kind of kept me in check in there, and ever since then, I've been on the grind.
How much would he check you during your college career?
It kind of not too often, because you know, like I said, after that moment, he kind of got the gist. Like, okay, I said what I need to say to him, and I think he got it. You know, he'd just check me on like some plays that I could have ran for touchdowns that I got caught on or stuff like that. You know, just being a big brother.
Yeah. Well, That's why they say you're coachable.
Oh, yeah.
It took was one moment when you were 10 years old and you were done.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's definitely a big coach. And he would call me sometimes like, man, like you ain't see this on this run and you ain't see this on that run. I'm like, dang, I already got a coach, so you already. So I listened to him, and I always took his advice and stuff like that, because I know he only wants the best for me. He pushing me just like my dad and my family and my coaches and everything. So I know he wants the best for me, so I'm always listening.
Hey, man, I know how easy it is from a high and wide angle to be sitting in the stands and say, how did he not see that? How did he not see that?
Exactly. Man.
DJ, you're what? You're the middle of 5 kids, right?
Yes, sir. 3 brothers and 1 sister. My sister's the oldest.
So, I mean, you've kind of got that unique position within your family of, like you're talking about, being led by, you know, your father and then your older siblings, but also, you know, having the responsibility to lead your younger siblings. What have you passed down to the younger members of your family as far as leading them?
Man, like I said, just working hard and honestly, whatever they put their mind to that they can do it. You know, my the youngest one of the pack, my youngest brother, he's very talented, but he kind of gets discouraged here and there. And I try to tell him like, hey man, you can't let nothing get discourage you, because he wants to be perfect each and every play, everything he does. He's a perfectionist. So I'm like, you're only human. You're gonna make mistakes and stuff like that. You just got to keep putting in the work and believe in yourself. Honestly, that's the major key, to believe in yourself. And that's what all my siblings have in common. We believe in ourselves, and whatever we say we're going to do, that's what we're going to do. So I try to pass that down to them. You know, they're young still, and they're still dreaming and believing. And honestly, it may seem unrealistic, but whatever you dream you can do, you can actually do it.
A perfectionist mentality. That's one of the things you just said. How much did you feel the pressure to sometimes be perfect as a captain and one of the leaders of 100 guys when you're playing at SIU?
Man, honestly, we came like the group that we had at SIU, man, we became so close to each other to where like they weren't even looking at like the leaders and stuff to be perfectionists. Like honestly, it was just second nature to like do everything right for me, Chan, and Malik and the other captains on the team and stuff. But it became second nature to do what's right. But also it's like, okay, we don't have to be afraid to make a mistake because I'm a human. So it's like we just work hard and stuff like that. We're gonna make mistakes here and there, whether it's on the field, off the field, whatever like that. But we really built the vibes like together as a team, as a brotherhood, to whenever one make mistake, we're gonna pick them right back up. So it's like I always want perfection for myself, but in the back of my mind, I know I have 100 brothers that support me and have my back, even if I make a mistake.
Yeah, you saying that reminds me of something your old teammate and running back mate Jonathan Mixon said when he was at SIU about you. He said DJ's so good because he asks so many questions. He's always one of the most curious guys in the running back room. He's always asking questions. Even when you were one of the younger guys in that room, why didn't you fear asking a silly question?
Honestly, because, you know, the old saying, any question is not a dumb question. So it's like, I just took that. I'm like, okay, I'm the younger guy. You know, these older vets in here, some seniors, some juniors, some sophomores, just 1 year over me, but they've been in this system already, so they know the ins and outs of plays and stuff like that. But it's me coming in as a freshman or a younger guy, and I have to ask more questions, honestly, because it's a whole new language to me. It's a whole new terminology, everything like that. And I always want what's best for the team. So if it's my time to get in there and get at running back or any special teams, anything like that, I want to know everything that's going on, not even just my assignment. I want to know the people's assignments around me. So I know, like, I just know everything that's going on just in case. And I don't know, it always kind of stuck with me. Like I said, I have that perfectionist mentality as well. So it kind of stuck with me.
Did you ever ask a silly question?
Oh yeah, all the time. And the guys laugh at me and stuff like that, you know. But hey, I'm asking these questions, but I want answers to them. I need answers to them.
What's one of the silly questions you remember asking?
It probably didn't even have anything to do with football, honestly. Like, probably like us reporting on the day and like a day before the game and stuff. And I asked, like, do I have to bring something? And it was, I know it wasn't even a question that had to do with being on the field. I know it didn't.
That's funny. When I remember when you were named captain last fall, you know, Coach Hill was pretty emotional about the relationship that you guys have, and you know, the fact that your teammates looked at you to be a leader of the team. Why do you think that struck Coach so emotionally? And you know, I think he even got choked up a little bit when he announced you were captain. Yeah,
he did. It's been an amazing ride with Coach Hill, man. Coach Hill and the other coaches as well. But like I said, man, me, Chan, Blake, Z, all the other captains or whatever, we came in the first year Coach Hill got the head coach job. So he's been trying to change the culture ever since, and we've been doing an amazing job of following him and believing him and trusting him, and we've been doing a good job at it, and he's been doing a great job at it as well. And it's just like the experiences we had together. Like I remember my grandfather, when he passed away that night, Coach Hill and Coach Griff showed up to my house. Like my mom, they couldn't even call me, so they called Coach Hill, and he came from his house to bring his phone to me to let me know the information, and just kind of was there to be there for me and stuff like that. So it's times like that. And then going back to my freshman year, when my aunt passed away, Coach Griff, he came and got me from my dorm room and brought me up to the coach's office, and I sat in there while they were in meetings, and they came in there and talking to me and stuff like that. So it just goes back to experiences that we had together, to where, like, man, it's a big family, honestly. Like, I don't look at anybody on that team anything other than family, from the coaches to the trainers to the players and everything like that. We kind of built that culture together that honestly is going to last forever.
They didn't have to do that, did they?
They didn't. They did not.
Did you know that Southern Illinois University awards students $10 million annually in scholarships, has test-optional admission, and in-state tuition for all U.S. residents? SIU offers hands-on, career-focused learning in every major, which are supported by internships and community service and the potential for study abroad and more. Southern Illinois has faculty who bring real-world experience to the classroom and the classroom into the real world. See what SIU can do for you at the next open house. Registration and info at siu.edu/open house. Exploring options. That's a Saluki.
You've experienced some loss in your family with people that are close to you early in your life. What's that taught you about, in dealing with some of the tough moments?
Honestly, adversity, and building that toughness mentally as well. My aunt who passed away, we were close, but I don't think I ever lost anyone as close to me as my grandfather. I'm saying someone who comes, pick me up from school, we'll go to Wendy's or anything, and we'll have a little dinner date. Me and grandfather just talking about sports, talking about school, everything like that. And I'm talking about this is day in and day out, each and every day. We're doing something. We're in the backyard of his house, shooting hoops. Sometimes I had to let him win because I didn't want to think I was picking on the old guy, So, so it's just like moments together that we had to each other. And then my grandfather, that's what I learned from. He's such a family man. He's very family oriented. He was very family oriented. So it's like, as someone I always also look up to where, like, when I get my family on my own day, I just want to be the man that he was for his family. Everyone is depending on him to be the light to their family, to be the light to their day, to be the light to anything. And he was always that light. He always wanted to bring us together and everything like that, just to be with his family and stuff like that. So, he taught me a lot throughout my life. My aunt also taught me a lot, and I kind of just take it as motivation as well, to where I just want to continue to make them proud each and every day, no matter what I'm doing. Every aspect of my life, I want to make them proud. That's why I always put my best foot forward.
How did that change maybe how you thought or how you acted in the days following losing them?
Honestly, it kind of matured me. Honestly, it's like it made me think differently as far as like what's important and what's not important, because it's like your time on Earth isn't gonna last forever. So it's like, okay, my grandfather, he left pretty soon. He was around 65, 66 or something like that. But the time he was here, he cherished it. That's why he was such a very family oriented. He cherished his time here on Earth. And honestly, I can't say that I wish that I would have had this moment with my grandfather, or I wish we would have done this, because we did everything. We done been fishing, put together. We done did this. We done did that. And I feel like just cherish your moments while you're here on earth, while you have it.
I think about last summer, one of your close friends and captains, Xavier Furcron, he lost his mother, and you were one of the first people to be there for him. How do you think some of your experiences of loss ultimately helped you help your friend?
Man, just honestly giving him the advice that I needed when I was going through it. I was being away from home, and I had that feeling to where as if I was alone or anything like that, but I had to relate to, okay, no, I'm totally not alone. Like, I have 100 teammates, I have coaches and everything that's going to be there for me, and that's exactly what they were. So I wanted to do the same thing for him. That night when I got the phone call about my granddad, he was in my room crying with me because he had met my granddad before. He had been down here to visit us and my family, spent time with my grandmother and my grandfather, and it touched him too as well. So, and the things that his mother did for me, I mean, I can't even explain it. Like, I looked at her as my mother as well. I respect her as my mother. I loved her as my mother as well. So it was I had no other choice but to be there for him. So when he got the call, he was already headed down there to Joliet. And I remember it like I was taking a test, and when I got out of the test, I had probably over 20 missed calls from Coach Hill, from my parents, from Z, from Z's girlfriend, Z's grandma, stuff like that. And I already knew what the news was going to be. So I told Coach Griff, I was like, man, whatever I got to do, I got to get on the train either tonight or in the morning, early in the morning, to get to Z, because I know he'll do the same for me. And that's exactly what I did. I spent the whole week with him up there at his home, and his family and stuff like that, just being there for him. And like, that's a brother to me. So that's what I had to do. And I wouldn't have did it any other way but than how I did it, and being there for him.
That's amazing, man. That's really amazing on your end.
And they surprised me with selecting me as a pallbearer at the funeral. So it was like,
wow.
Dang, like, yeah. So it was, man, yeah.
Wow, that's what people are talking about when they talk about what a good guy DJ Davis is, being there for a friend like that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I am curious. You guys play. Some people characterize it a collision sport. Some characterize it a violent sport. You've got to channel that part of you sometimes. How do you balance that and then flip the switch and still be a good guy off the field?
Honestly, because I don't know if it's I don't want to say it's being a good guy on the field, but it's like I have fun on the field. So it's like, it's a violent sport. It's a a lot of collisions and stuff like that. But it's like having fun on the field. It's something I enjoy. It's my passion. So it's like when I get off the field, there's really no switch to flip, because like when we get in the locker room with the guys, like I love that we passionate about that. We go to putting on the music, dancing with the guys and stuff like that, making jokes and this and that. So it's honestly how I live my life. Like, everything I do with football is like how I live my life off the field. Like, I'm putting my passion and my grind and my heart into this. So it's like, it's nothing to flip the switch. It's the same mentality when I get off the field, honestly.
That made me think, you're talking about, turning the music on and having a good time with your teammates in the locker room. That made me think of you guys winning at Indiana State this year, and your teammates lift you up on their shoulders post-game, and you deliver a message. What did that moment mean to you?
Man, it meant the world, because, I was more of my junior year and stuff like that. I was more of a just lead by example kind of captain, or lead by example kind of leader. And senior year, Coach Griff, he challenged me to talk more. So it was like, man, after a big win, and we were on the road in the Missouri Valley Conference with a big road win, and we on the road now, and it's like, man, I felt like I had to speak then, and it's like my teammates, I love them so much, and they really respect me, and they always listen to what I have to say, and I thank them for that, and I thank God for allowing me to have a voice like that on my team, or having a voice like that, period. So for people to listen to me and stuff like that, I'm blessed to have that. And, man, I love those guys. So I just felt like I needed to say that to the team and stuff like that. So every time I spoke, I spoke from the heart. So, and them boys knew that. So they respected it.
Once you had something to say, everybody shut up, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Boy.
Last thing on toughness, DJ. On Sunday mornings, after you have a Saturday game, you carry the ball 25 times. You know, you're taking a pounding at your position. How would you describe how your body feels on a typical Sunday after a Saturday game?
Man, like I just been ran over by a train or something, man. Nah, but yeah, it'd be very I'd be very sore and stuff like that. But it just comes with leadership, responsibility, and stuff like that. Okay, I got to get up and I got to get to the training room, even if okay, I don't have I'm not hurting, but I'm just sore, so I need to get in this cold tub, get my body right, because I got to turn it right back on the next week to prepare for the game on next Saturday. So it just comes with being a leader and having the mentality to where I'm not going to let this soreness or anything like that stop me from what I need to be doing for my team.
When does that go away? Is it Monday? I mean, do you wake up Monday and that soreness is gone? It'll probably be around Monday, Sunday night. That cold tub worked miracles. I ain't going to lie. That thing worked miracles. I ain't used to like it getting in it because it was so freezing cold. So it was like, it was a pain. But once I got to the level to where, okay, I need to be in here because it's helping my body bounce back. I need to just deal with the pain for 10 minutes and I'll be fine. Yeah, that's nothing after you have 250-pound guys coming after you, right?
For real.
Cold stuff, nothing.
Yeah, I can deal with that. Absolutely.
Let's move on to our final segment here. Championships. You know, you came so close in high school playing out of Florida. You guys finished second in state twice.
2 years in a row.
Give me the positive first of that run. I know there's the pain at the end of it, but what were your best memories from those runs of getting to the state championship game and one of the best high school football states in the country?
Yeah, honestly, it goes back to the same thing. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm very family-oriented, but when I get on the team, I'm very team-oriented. So it's like the moments with my teammates that year on the high school, it was just amazing. You know, like high school games, you don't usually stay the night at a hotel or anything like that before the game. So the state championship, we got the chance to do that, and just having those moments with those guys in the hotel and stuff like that is unreal. It's very, very heartwarming and stuff like that. So I feel like the whole year it just goes back to having my teammates and stuff together. Like we just built a family and a brotherhood that like I said, about the brotherhood that we formed at SIU, it won't be forgotten or anything like that. It's gonna last forever. The same thing we did in high school. Like we're very close. A lot of us are real close, and we keep in touch with everybody. And it's gonna be the same thing with SIU teammates and stuff like that. So it's like I just value the friendship and brotherhood that I have with my teammates, and that's what makes the run so great and so worthy of it. You know, my teammates.
You'll have to confirm something for me here. Was there a Hail Mary attempt at the end of one of those games?
Oh yeah,
up in the air for you.
What was that? Second round against Oxbridge Academy. You know, Travis Homer, the running back, he plays for the Seattle Seahawks now. So we were going at it and all that, and it was, I want to say 18 seconds left. It was like fourth and forever. And at this moment, I'm like, man, we need to win because they had beat us in the regular season. And, you know, the guys were talking noise and stuff like that. So it was like, man, we got to beat these guys. So fourth and forever, I'm in slot position. I go for a bomb. And my quarterback, he just trusted me. And he threw that thing out there. And I went and got it. And that's probably, I ain't gonna lie, that's probably the best moment of my football career was that play right there.
Game-winning touchdown.
Game-winning touchdown.
Man, that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Game-winning touchdown.
Yeah. Oh, that's a Friday Night Lights type moment right there.
Oh yeah. All the guys rushed towards me, tackling me. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
When I had Coach Hill on a couple of weeks ago, we talked about some of the feelings of getting downstate, getting so close, and not being able to finish. What was the hardest part about that reality for you?
Honestly, just knowing the amount of work that we put in to get to that point. We work week in, week out. Shoot, it was times where we practiced on Thanksgiving that year in high school and trying to get to the States and stuff like that. So it was just moments like that, like, okay, we put a lot of work towards this goal and dream that the team have together, and just coming up short, kind of disappointing to the hard work that we put in. Also, just same thing with college. This previous year, we had a lot of hard work and stuff like that. Like I said, adversity is gonna come each and every year. I end up missing 2 games, 2 conference games actually. So it's like, I missed 2 games. Now, okay, boom, we get back on the road and go back to winning and stuff like that. And we never folded. We never folded. So, and we came together, worked hard, and put the work in that we needed to, and then we came up short. So it's really just motivation, and for the guys that's still there, it's like real motivation, like a lot more motivation and stuff like that. So every time I talk to the guys back at SIU that's still there and whatever like that, upcoming seniors or anything, like little Romeo in the running back room and stuff like that, I tell them, hey, you gotta use that for motivation as fuel to the fire. And throughout my career, we were never that close to being to the playoffs. So it's like, man, y'all got to go get it.
I know for you personally, you're laser focused right now on all the steps and trying to get an NFL team to pick you up, draft you, and get a shot at the pro level. But how much do you let your mind wander and think about playing for a Super Bowl?
I let it wander a little bit. I have dreams and goals of myself as well, just wanting to do some things and stuff like that. But honestly, it's just getting that opportunity that I've been thinking about right now. Years back, like I said, I started playing football since I was 5 years old, and it's been something that I always wanted to do. But it's years back that I made a promise to God to where, man, I asked for a platform or a voice to have to lead, motivate, and inspire others. So I feel like the time is coming, and it's no platform bigger than the NFL right now to have that voice. I feel like, so that's what I want to do.
Get that opportunity and then think about the Super Bowl. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
One thing at a time.
Yes, sir.
Well, hey, man, we'll be watching, and I know this process hasn't been maybe what you thought it would be, but I'm sure it'll be worth it once you get that call and get that opportunity.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
So Southern Illinois is rooting for you, and we're hoping to see that DJ Davis name pop up on the screen here in a couple days.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir.
Well, all right, man, be healthy, and thanks for doing this.
Oh, no, absolutely. Thank you.